Good morning and welcome to Wellness on Wheel Culinary Corner. As you must have noticed, I missed my deadline for Friday, and I do apologize for that to my dear director. I was too busy cooking for one of our clients, and also it was so hot that when I was finished, I just wanted to lie down and forget about the kitchen. So to go back to our dear director, Miss Gigi Desuki, who is also one of my dearest friends, she had that to say about my corner. Clo, chérie, please be more fun. Be yourself. Have your glass of wine. Put a hat on, a chef's hat. I said, Gigi, the glass of wine, it's easy. Here we go. Rosé for you, madame. The chef's hat? I don't have a chef's hat. I wear short hair, especially for that, so I cannot have a hat in the kitchen. And then I thought, yeah, I do have one. I never wore it. One of my chefs at CSUN, Cal State University at Northridge, for our friends who don't live in California, gave me a hat for a joke. So I dug and I found it, and I'm going to have to try it on just to please Gigi. Maybe it's going to help hide my quarantine crazy hair. Let's go and see how it looks. So there you have it, Miss Gigi. I have a chef's hat, and I look very silly on camera, which is okay in quarantine, you know. It's better to look silly than cry, because very, very often I just feel like crying. Thank you, Elmer, for that funny hat. Such good memory. And here we go. I have a hat, I have a glass of wine, so now I can talk about cooking, and let me tell you, I will remove that hat first. So to go back to our cooking techniques today, I would like to talk to you about flambé. Flambé, well, it's such a wonderful word that we use it even in English. And it means to light something with fire. And obviously in cooking, we light food with liqueur. The most important thing is to always think of what goes together, the nice pairing, because you actually can light almost any kind of food. And what does it do? It's just increase the flavor, you know, enhance it, and then it's so much nicer. And you don't have to worry about the alcohol, because obviously as soon as you light it up, it's melting away, it's done, it's gone in the air, and you only keep the flavor. So whether it's savory or sweet, you can actually light almost any food to enhance the flavor. So what do we do? What's very favorite? What's very well known? Let's think. Of course, cognac. Cognac, you know, so French, so wonderful. And we use it a lot to flambe meats, like steak au poivre or kidney or whatever meat, and it goes very well with the sauces, so you can go and do that. Well, absolutely, you need to use something which has a high liquor content, because if you use port or Madeira, you know, it adds flavor, but it's not going to light up, so you need actual liquor. And thinking of the white, you know, clear liquor, you can use vodka, but it doesn't have much flavor. One of my favorite of all times is all the anise-based liquor. Like in France, we use pastis, Ricard, Pernod. In Greece, they use ouzo. In Italy, anisette. It's all the same thing. It's a wonderful, wonderful anise liquor, and it lights so well, and it's amazing on shrimp and fish. My favorite thing of all time is on shrimp. And of course, you can do the sweet things like Grand Marnier or a Cointreau, and this, you know, the very famous crêpe Suzette that they actually light at the side table, or rum. And rum is also perfect for every fruit, every dessert. The very American, well-known banana Foster goes with rum. And today, what I'm going to try to do in the kitchen, show you that it's not hard. It's very, very easy. You have to be safe, but you have to see that it's nothing. So today, I'm going to do just fruit flambé in rum. And that can be used by itself, you know, as a nice dessert with a cookie or something, but also goes well on top of ice cream. I don't have ice cream in my freezer. I don't eat ice cream, as a matter of fact. It's not the first thing that I'm going to pack for quarantine. So we're going to go in the kitchen, and I'm going to show you how you're going to be very easily making fruit flambé or flambé fruit. And Gigi, chérie, as you always call me, here's to you, from Clo to Gigi, a sip of rosé, and off we go to the kitchen. See you there. And now we're in the kitchen, and I'm going to show you the ingredients that you need to make that little dish. And I have to let you know, I bought a tripod because I was getting so tired of holding my camera and trying to cook with one hand. And I'm such a spoiled person because each time I get in front of a camera, it's the Food Network or it's Zonia.com, and I have this wonderful, wonderful technician doing all the technique for me. I have to concentrate on my food. So in my quarantine tiny kitchen all by myself, it's a little harder. But here we go. I'm going to show you the ingredients first. Well, let's hope I'm showing you the ingredients. So what do I have here today? I have some strawberries. I cut them because they were not looking too good. They had been in my car a couple of hours and they're quite delicious, but they don't look as good as I would like to put them on a plate by themselves. So I have some strawberries. I have peach and syrup because a couple of days ago I didn't have any more fruit and I decided I was going to open a can of fruit. Here I have a half a cup of brown sugar. I have 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 2 ounces of butter, and half a pound of the sugar, which you could really replace by guava syrup or maple syrup or sugarcane syrup, whatever you think that you like to make things sweet, but get something real because all the fake sugar will not give you the nice caramel. And of course, Gigi, I still have my glass of wine right here. I will sip it when I'm finished with the food. Now let's go and see what we have to do. Well, I was right to tell you that I made some mistakes when I used the tripod and the camera and trying to cook. And when I was editing my video, I managed to erase the part where I was putting the ingredients in the frying pan. So let me walk you through that just by talking. It is very simple. I put my butter in the frying pan and let it melt, and then I added my peaches first because they're a little harder, and then I put my strawberries and the sugar and a little bit of the lemon juice. I didn't need to add some of the peach juice because my fruit were giving me enough natural fruit. And then of course now we're going to go back to what it's looking like. It's just bubbling away and we want it to become thicker, make a caramel, and that's when we're going to light it. And here we are back in the kitchen. As I said, it's bubbling away. It's still a little too liquid to my liking. We want it to really bubble and bubble if we want to make a nice thick caramel. And when I was listening to the video in the editing process, I realized that I said half a pound of sugar, showing you half a cup. I hope you all understood that I meant half a cup. Half a pound of sugar would be much too much. So now it has to be really hot if you want the alcohol, the liquor, to light. So here I have my rum in a little French glass, Asterix, here we come. I have probably a bit over a shot. I have good 2-3 ounces. And let's see if it works. You see the bubbles, you see the sugar. Everywhere is really nice and hot. So I'm going to pour my rum. And now I'm going to just move it a little bit over. And here we go. That's enough. That's the simple fight of lighting the fruit. Look how beautiful that is. You shake it and shake it and shake it, and it's gonna burn as long as there is alcohol in your juice. So when the flames die, there is no more alcohol and you have only the flavor. Beautiful, isn't it? Nice and blue and yellow. Don't set your kitchen on fire. But you see, it takes a while to burn away completely because there we go, no more. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to let it bubble a little longer because the longer I let it bubble, the thicker the caramel is going to be. And when it's a little thicker, then I'm going to be able to pour it in a bowl to cool, and then you can eat it like that, as I said, with a cookie, or put it on top of ice cream. It's delicious. And here it is, beautiful. You can see the steam, so make sure that you let it cool before you use it. You're going to let it cool outside on the countertop, and when it's room temperature, put it in the refrigerator until you want to use it. As I said, I love to eat it like that in a little cup, Or you can pour it on top of an ice cream or a pound cake or anything that you fancy. Once again, I hope you try it at home with any kind of fruit you have available, and I'll see you soon.